If you go off course by just 1 degree, then you end up in a completely different place. And that's even worse if you're using the wrong map. We all need a target to aim for, but no one ever talks about how to pick the right one. My journey becoming a licensed doctor required a vastly different approach than deciding my objectives for becoming a DJ. Yet, both do have an overlap which I wish I knew about when I first started out. And that's why I'm sharing my lessons with you today. The first point is about the difference between goal setting and being value driven. Goal setting uses clear boundaries for success, which are marked by an external unit of measurement. Things like qualifications, trophies, or even the number of kilograms when you're losing weight, or past medical school. Yes, sometimes your ambitions require a clearly marked conventional set of accolades to help you track progress. Just know there is a dark side. They can make you unsatisfied, because the moment you get one, you think, now what? Even Jordan Peterson talks about the studies which show how people's satisfaction comes from the pursuit of a goal, and not the goal itself. The other dark thing is we're encouraged to prioritize what other people think of us. External measurements are only valuable insofar as other people perceive them as such. If I win an Oscar for Best Film, it means nothing unless other people agree the Oscars are a big deal. We live our lives according to other people. And this makes us susceptible to self-doubt. We second guess ourselves. However, a shift to a value-driven approach can end up with your face printed on the side of a bus. Let me explain. For the longest time, I was using goal setting in both my lives as a doctor and DJ. I would set goals like, I need to sign with this label. I need this number of streams. I need to be doing this number of gigs per month. I attached myself to these goals and became obsessed. But as soon as I fell short, I felt a deep sense of failure. I recall desperately trying to please the vice president of Columbia Records in America. I offered to remix one of his artists just so I could say that I'd worked with the label. And amazingly, he replied, which was super rare. But 2 attempts I made at remixing this track were rejected anyway. I'd been given 2 golden opportunities and I let them slide. I was crushed. But then I pivoted to a value-central approach. Instead of striving for that external validation, I prioritized a system of work which rewarded what I cherish most. For example, I love spending time with my family, so maintaining longevity in my DJ career is more valuable than winning some competition or playing on some radio station. Why? Because my family would be fulfilled by the happiness my career brought me. They don't know anything about the DJ world, but they know it means a lot to me. And that was clear with what happened next. Having been DJing in my scrubs during lockdown, things started to take off. My brand, music, and connections were starting to align.
With a doctor and a DJ.
After months and months of work, I had the absolute pleasure of DJing in front of 500,000 street spectators. I even had my face plastered on the side of a bus. Not to brag, but it was pretty cool. As validating as it was for my loved ones, the irony is it wouldn't have happened if my goal had simply been DJ in front of a crowd and get my face on a bus promoting my music. Instead, it happened because I focused on what I valued, which were communicate my brand, develop my skills, make new connections. If you've read Atomic Habits, then you've heard how you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Well, I would tweak that to say you fall to the level of your values. Those are the things that will orient your boat in the first place, even when the seas are rocky and the fog is thick. Look, I understand it can be difficult because being value-driven doesn't have the tangible material markers of a goal-setting system. But I promise you that even if you do miss that target, you'll at least know you were aiming in the right direction. If you've made it this far, I know you're taking your growth seriously. Thank you so much for sharing this journey with me. I made this vlog on screen here, showing you what it's like to be a doctor and DJ, all the emotions, lifestyle tips, and probably the biggest show I've ever DJ'd at. You'll get to know what values have driven me to succeed and perform at the shows I've always dreamt of performing at. I'll see you in the next video.